we have to simplify the following trigonometric expression. But before we can simplify, we can write this as sine of 180 degrees minus x multiplied by, so we know that tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. So the tan of 90 degrees minus x, we express it as sine of 90 degrees minus x divided by the cos of 90 degrees minus x. And this whole thing will be divided by the cosec of 90 degrees minus x. We know that the cosec of theta is equal to 1 divided by sine theta. So the cosec of 90 degrees minus x, we express it as 1 divided by the sine of 90 degrees minus x, and this is multiplied by the cos of 360 degrees minus x multiplied by the cot of 180 degrees plus x, and cot theta is equal to cos theta divided by sin theta. So we express the cot of 180 degrees plus x as the cos of 180 degrees plus x divided by the sine of 180 degrees plus x. Introduce our Cartesian plane, and here we have 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and the 360 degrees, and all the trigonometric ratios are positive in the first quadrant, and only the sine is positive in the second quadrant, and only the tan is positive in the third quadrant, and only the cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. Anything 90 degrees minus x will fall in the first quadrant, and anything 90 degrees plus x will fall in the second quadrant, and everything 180 degrees minus x will fall in the second quadrant, and anything 180 plus x will fall in the third quadrant, and anything 360 degrees minus x will fall in the fourth quadrant. We have sine of 180 minus x. So 180 minus x is in the second quadrant, and only the sign is positive, and that is sine. So this will be equal to sine x multiplied by the sine of 90 minus x. 90 minus x is in the first quadrant, and the sign is positive in the first quadrant as all of them are positive. So the sine x, because of the complementary angles, will change to cos x divided by the cos of 90 minus x. 90 minus x is in the first quadrant, and the cos is positive in the first quadrant. So this will be cos x, but then because of the complementary angle, the cos will change to sin x. This will be divided by 1 divided by the sine of 90 minus x. 90 minus x is in the first quadrant, and the sign is positive. So, but because of the complementary angles, the sine of 90 minus x will be equal to cos x. This is multiplied by cos of 360 minus x, and 360 minus x falls in the fourth quadrant, and only the cos is positive in the fourth quadrant, and that is cos. So this will be equal to the cos of x multiplied by 180 degrees plus x is in the third quadrant, and only the tan is positive, so that cos will be negative cos x by the 180 degrees plus x by the sine of 180 plus x. 180 plus x is in the third quadrant, and it's only the tan which is positive in the third quadrant, so that will be negative sin x, and this will be equals to the sin x multiplied by the cos x divided by the sin x, which is equals to cot x divided by, so this cos x and that cos x can cancel out each other, and this negative and that negative will cancel out each other, so negative divided by negative is positive, and the cos x divided by sin x is equals to cot x, and this will be equals to, so the cot x and the cot x will cancel out each other and will be left with the sin x. So this will simplify to sin x.